Puyo Games. Yeah, I've been avoiding doing this for like 7 months since Gen Con. Played this at Gen Con. Yeah, Dice Clash by Galen Games. Did the print and play of this a long time ago and played at Gen Con. Real fun game. Let's check her out. Right. Yeah, so how to do this. Alright, page 1, the rulebook. Designers Galen McCown, Jonathan Carnell, and Ryan Stromek. Art by Hua Singh. And rulebook by Jonathan Carnell. Inspired and re-implements Scuttleball by Crossbow Games. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, because this is kind of like a volleyball thing, type of thing. All right, 1 to 2 players, plays in 20 minutes, ages 10 plus. Introduction, introduction, that sounds so weird. The gods have brought back 6 of the greatest warriors from across time and given them the chance to battle for immortality. Dice Clash is a head-to-head dice placement battle game of tactics, timing, and luck. Choose your warrior and face off in a back and forth of attack and counter attack until you land the killing blow. Components: 6 sets of warrior cards and battle grids, 2 sets of solo legends and battle grids. Yeah, I should have played this solo, but I ended up playing it at Gen Con. 12 black dice, 4 white dice, 2 red die, and 2 dice screens. Yeah, you gotta have a screen. So I guess these are kind of my screen. I don't know. I really don't have any screens. I guess these are my screens. Alright, so this is a game of you land 1 hit, then they take a damage and flip their character to their powered up side. Whenever they take another hit on the powered up side, then they lose. Then you lose. There's all kind of ways to mitigate the damage. So like you send, say I'm sending 7 damage, then the defender has to block 7 damage or something. But anyway, been, like I said, 7 months since I played this, but let's see how I got these cards set up. Yeah, like you can print and play this for real cheap. And then I heard some bad news recently too. I hear that P&P Arcade is closing down. I don't know why, because I'm like, how much could it really cost to run that? But anyway, Print and Play Arcade is closing down soon, so I need to really go ahead and print off a lot of games before they close this down. All right, but anyway, Highlander, Donnybrook, take and roll any die from your pool, discard the die, return the die. This might be the solo stuff, I'm not sure. All right, but anyway, I'm gonna bypass that. I don't know what that does. Knight. So, for instance, this is one of the characters right here, the Knight. Switch stance, so you can pick up the green. There's all type of stuff to this game, but really I'm gonna just show the gameplay and flip through the cards. But anyway, switch stance, so I guess any green, any card, any dice on your grid, like this is your grid right here that goes with the Knight. So switch stance, which I'm looking for the, kind of looking for the symbol, don't really see it, but switch stance, I'm sure you can, I don't know exactly what that says, but I'm sure you can just change it to any number pip on there. Alright, but on the back side, it's High Guard, which is any dice can block. Bet that. Alright, so this +1 right here. Attack modifiers. Adds or subtracts this value from the dice face to determine its attack value. This does not affect the dice face, only its attack value. This value may exceed 6 or be less than 1. Okay, and then this part of the grid right here, it's a +1, increase or decrease die by 1. +1, -1 right there. Same thing there. And flip this dice to its other side. So 1, the other side will be a 5. This right here, change the dice value to match an orthogonally adjacent dice. So this is kind of like a back and forth battle Sagrada, if you've ever played Sagrada. And then And then defense modifiers, add or subtract this value from the dice face to determine its defense value. This does not affect the dice face, only its defense value. This value may exceed 6 or be less than 1. So yeah, so the opponent's gonna send, like, if they send like 8 damage your way, then you can defend by putting one of your dice, one of your, I think it's black defense dice, but I mean, you got 6 black dice, 2 white dice, and 1 red dice per player, equaling 9 dice, which is the 9 spots of the grid. And then you place your dice, and then the pip that you place it on is like, are you gonna defend that much, or can you could you like attack with that much with the modifier on the grid spot, if all that makes sense. All right, so that's this guy. And then when he gets enraged, then it'll flip over to this side. Whenever you can't defend that damage or whatever and you take a hit, then you'll get enraged, and then you'll go to the other side with better stats. And then like special modifiers, when placing your dice here, you get to look at your opponent's pool. So they'll have their dice behind their shield, but you get to peek at it with the special power right there. All right, so anyway, that right there. And then we got Kudaloon. I know this guy or this girl from World Breakers, the TCG. Preemptive strike. Whatever that thing does. I don't know what that thing does. Okay, so there's a no going through it, so whatever that is, preemptive strike. Yeah, okay. I think this is just detailing what these guys do. Yeah, Knight, this is telling you what Switch Stance does and what High Guard does. Remove any other die from your grid, re-roll it, and return it to your pool. Your opponent takes any dice from their pool and uses it to cover up a space on their grid. So High Guard is that one. Okay, that's Knight. And then we got, we're looking for Kudaloon. Don't see Kudaloon for whatever reason, but, oh, okay, because it's over here. All right, so Kudaloon right here. Kudaloon, notice Viking. I don't know. Not gonna worry about it right now. All right, Knight, Kudaloon, Spartan, Phalanx, +1/+1. Okay, so there are 2 black dice. They can +1, -1 it. And then on the back, Dory, whatever Dory means. I think we got Samurai. Okay, we're gonna skip Samurai right now. We got Highlander. Okay, Highlander. Highlander does Donnybrook. Take and roll any die from your pool. If you get a 1 or 2, discard the die. 3, return the die, keeping the new value. Also, your opponent must discard a die from their pool. So they'll have 6 black, 2 white, and 1 red, I believe. Quickening on the back. Take and roll any of your die from your pool. Return the die, and the opponent must discard a die, 1 through 4. On 5 through 6, return the die, and the opponent must roll their next die before placing. Okay. That's Highlander. Dodgy. Viking, Shield Wall. So what does Viking do? Viking, Shield Wall. The defensive value of your red die is 8, regardless of the actual die value or any modifiers on the grid space. In Berserker, the attack value of your red die is 7, regardless of the actual die value or any modifiers on the grid space. Alright, and then let's look at Viking stuff. Viking has this one right here with a +1 on defense. No, +1 on attack. And all that. And then on this side, it's got the special right there in the middle. All that good stuff. Ninja on the back. And I did not go through the rules, but then let's kind of read the rules. All right, number 4. Setup: select a warrior in a battle grid with their sigil. Battle takes 6, 2, and 1. Each player rolls and the highest number goes first. Start of round. Both players start by rolling all their dice to create a dice pool. Keep your dice pool hidden from your opponent using the dice screen. How to play. Play any one die from your pool on any open space on your battle grid. This die will act as your defense and your attack. So it's defense and attack. Spaces with icons will either modify your die face, your attack value, or its defense value, or provide an immediate effect. Modifiers are not optional. See dice modifier sections. Your die must defend against your opponent's attack in one of 2 ways. A, block. Your die's defense value is higher than the opponent's attack. Defense value is determined by taking the dice value and adding or subtracting any defensive modifier on its space. Okay, so the opponent's attack 2 plus 1 is less than your defense, so you got a 3 plus 1 defense. Parry. B, parry. If the attack is 6 or higher, you can play a defense value of 1. Note, the first player in a round doesn't have to defend. Alright, 3, then determine your attack value. Attack value equals dice value plus attack modifier. And it's now your opponent's turn starting at step 1. Whenever a white die is placed, the player who placed it must re-roll all remaining dice in their pool. Whenever a red die is placed, the player who placed it activates their special ability. And special ability is special modifier. Special ability, I think, is just what's on your card deal. Then determine your... Okay, 8, continue this way until a play can't be played. Either because a player can't defend or there are no spaces remaining on the grid. And if a player can't make a play, they lose the round. Next round, re-roll all pools. The loser of the round flips their warrior and battle grid to the adrenaline side. Start a new round, and whoever was second, last round going first. The first player to defeat an opponent that's on their adrenaline side is the winner. Alright, and then it goes into further detail. Dice modifiers, dice value modifiers, special modifiers. Still not quite sure how to play. I guess hit the QR code, get an example. Solo mode, which I meant to play a long time ago, never did. Solo mode, how to play. And AI powers. Okay, so they're just listed here. That's why I couldn't find the card for them, I guess. Yeah. AI powers. Okay. And yeah, that's what that is. Got that gameplay coming tomorrow. 4 o'clock Central. Dig it. Sorry to the guys at Gen Con who had to wait so long to see themselves on camera if they were looking for it. Anyway, Boyo Games, like, comment, subscribe. Same dice time, same dice channel. Batman.